All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dirt Racing Network live coverage of the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. These guys getting to us tonight from Eldora. Time to go to qualifying. We are getting here just in time to play our national anthem, so sit back and enjoy.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, drivers getting qualifying wrapped up here. Tim Ryan, David Heilman, Hayden Cardwell, Corey Hines, Brandon Steele, and Kendall Tucker look like they will be the pole sitters for our heat races tonight. 62 maximum server count tonight. So we are going to have 6 heat races. About 11 cars in each of the first 2, 10 in the remaining 4. Driver's going to start to grid out here. At the end of pit road, we'll run down our starting grid. On the pole, going to be Tim Ryan. I know he is an Australian driver, former world champion for iRacing in the World of Outlaw Series. And to his outside, Slick Sim Sports driver in the 3 car, he is the Australian assassin, Lewis Hewitt. A row 2 on the inside, another Slick Sim Sports driver. He drives the 2 machine. It's Dylan Hauser. And on his outside, the Highside Raceware TH Designs UDSRA number 19 out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, Troy Wagaman Jr. In the 3rd row, on the inside, the Wicked Cushion Kinzer Sim Racing Team at number 0. I think, actually, you know what? I think he did change it to number 10. Skylar Brown from Greensburg, Indiana. And on his outside, in the Fatheads Eyewear, number 19, going to be Ted Liette. Or row 4 on the inside, the 41 car of Logan Rumsey. On the outside, the 45 of Nicholas Cohan. Row 5 on the inside, the 48 car Garrett Halsey. Carson Green in the 5 on his outside. And in the 6th row on the inside, the 888. Corey Winsel, the pilot of that machine. Right now, Garrett Halsey, the only car not on our grid. There he comes. There's the 48 machine. Nicholas Cohan, the 21 car, not the 45. So we're going to roll these guys out. 2 pace laps. Green flag's going to drop. They're going to get 8 laps. Top 2 go straight to the feature. No cautions in our heat races. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and watching us live this evening. Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series this week, next week, and then they take a couple of weeks off. They got a big invitational race coming up on the 15th and 16th of May. We will be covering that for them. All their previous feature winners are guaranteed a spot. Then I'll have a night of qualifying the night before for everyone who's made a feature. And then that's on Friday night, the 15th. And on Saturday night, the 16th, they will have their big invitational championship night. So these guys got about 3 weeks of racing left with us over about the next 4 weeks. But they are going to get ready to go green out of turn number 4 right here. Tim Ryan, Lewis Hewitt, going to bring us to it. Pace truck is in. Ryan's on the throttle. The green flag is in the air. Racing underway. Get down here. Try to get a good spot to watch these guys for you. Ryan jumped to the early lead way out in front of Hewitt. Those two right now sitting in our transfer spot. Dylan Hauser, the 2 car. He is sitting in that first guy out position. We know he'll be trying to make a move. Troy Wagaman Jr. in the 4th spot. Skylar Brown runs inside the top 5. Catch these guys coming out of turn 2 right there. Single file on the bottom through the front 4. 2 wide behind that. Brown on the high side. Liette down on the inside. Now Liette falls in line behind Skylar Brown. Logan Rumsey right in behind him. First 7 cars pretty much in a line for us. These guys are making their way around. They are halfway home. Going to be 3 to go this time out of turn number 4. Tim Ryan way out front. We see Corey Wenzel take his car to the infield right there out of turn 4. So put Wenzel as our 11th place finisher in the heat race number 1. Looking to see if this battle is going to heat up for our final direct transfer spot. Hewitt has it. His teammate Hauser wants it. These 2 guys both slick Sim Sports drivers. And every corner entry looks like Hauser makes up about a car length. Just don't know on the white flag lap here if he's going to have enough to get there. That was a good run out of turn 2. He moves down to the inside. Slide job coming. Tim Ryan going to pick up. Heat race 1 win and contact right there, but Hewitt grabs the transfer spot. That means Hauser, Wagaman, Brown, and company are going to go to our 4 B mains to try to qualify in. So we'll get heat racer number 2 out here on the front stretch for us. Teammates trading a little bit of rubber, a little bit of paint right there at the finish. See what that brings for the rest of the evening. Get down here, start going through grid for heat race number 2 on the pole. The Wicked Energy Gum Napa Auto Parts, number 49 of the Hulk. That's David Heileman out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. To his outside in the Ultimate Dirt TV Black Known Motorsports. Number 54, he's out of Ellerton, Florida. John Batista. A row 2 on the inside. Going to be Chad Finley. On his outside, going to be the 25 car of Tyler Ducharme. Row 3 on the inside. Jarrett Bolliard, the 97 car. And Danny Burkhart in the 94 on his outside. Inside of row number 4. The Bud Dog Racing. Number 52, Hayden Harvey out of Warrensburg, Illinois. And on his outside, going to be Brad Lamberson in the 27. The JH Graphics. Alcatraz Racing out of Tulare, California. The 56 machine of Jeff Herrick. Inside row 5 with Steve Sittler. The War Racing. The number 4 car out of Mascataw, Illinois. Hope I'm saying that for all the Illinois people. Hope I said that correctly. And on the back row by himself, the 88 car, going to be Johnny Smith. We still got 11 cars. Still got 8 laps. Top 2 straight to our feature. Everybody else will work their way through the 4 consolation races, and they will run a race, and the top 2 go out of each one of those and start deep in the field in the feature. 20 cars, 30 laps on the board for our feature tonight. We'll get ready to go green out of turn number 4. This time, Heileman and Batista on that front row. Green flag, heat race number 2 underway. Watching Chad Finley right there on the inside. The black and yellow car got a pretty good start, but he's going to give up a spot here on the outside. It looks like Ducharme trying to take that spot. 25 cars got it at the line. Right now, it's Heileman, Batista, Ducharme, Finley, and Jarrett Bolliard worked around the high side into the 5th spot. He just got past Danny Burkhart right there. Now he's trying to go down on the inside and work his way into the 4 spot, ever inching closer to the front. Wasn't able to get it done that time. Finley with the crossover. We're watching 4th and 5th right here. Front 3 are pretty much single file right now. These two going at it, slider after slider, and they're not gaining any ground on 3rd. Battle for 2nd. Ducharme took a peek on the inside with the slider line. Wasn't able to make it stick. Now he loses 3 car lengths to Batista. These guys coming around. Going to be 3 laps to go. They are ticking off quick here. Heilemann still in front of Batista. Ducharme, Finley, and Burkhardt are battling. Now it's a 3-car battle way down on the inside. Bolliard, big slide job there. Wasn't able to get anything accomplished with it. Just not able to get up there. That's going to let Hayden Harvey work his way into the back of this 4-car group. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right there. Going to be a 1 to go. The man at the front, the Hulk, David Heilemann. He sees the white flag first. John Batista right behind him in 2nd. These guys working their way down the backstretch. The final time, heat race number 2. Heilemann goes to the top side. He'll pick up the heat race win. Batista is going to go to the feature with him. Ducharme and company going to be looking for spots coming out of those minor mains. We'll see them here in just a little while. All right, heat 3 starting to grid out here on the front row. And the number 9 Caravan Machine going to be Hayden Cardwell on his outside. Fairway Mortgages, BS Air, Catch Fence Apparel. Elbows Up Sim Racing and number 85 out of Millersburg, Pennsylvania, Tyler Shell. Row 2 on the inside. Ryan Curtis drives the 18 machine on his outside. 127 going to be Blake Machulis. 23 car on the inside of row number 3. Justin Thomas, the Mode Media House sponsored machine on his outside. Ultimate Dirt TV, Tim Sims, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 1 out of Pittsburgh, Indiana, Mason, the Little Hurricane Hannigan. Row 4 on the inside going to be Riley and Gray in the 6 car. The 21 of Ray Kohanek on his outside. Row 5 of the Liquid Nitro Racing. And I think Sam Mars does not drive the 6 car, but he is out of Menominee, Wisconsin. We'll get back there and get a quick look. I don't think Sam's a 6. I want to say he's a 28 car. He's got Alex Bergeron, a Team ABR machine on his outside. Starting deep in the field for Bergeron tonight. Not normally where we see Alex. Shell and Cardwell bringing us to green this time out of turn 4. Heat race number 3 about to commence. Guys, say hi in the chat no matter where you are. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. I can see it in my multi-chat, and we always appreciate it. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Heat race 3 is underway. Quick move. Cardwell straight to the top, straight to the front. Shell had his hands full for a second off of turn 2. He licked the outside wall, and that is going to give Blake Machulis a chance to get there and maybe escape with the spot. We'll see what happens off the exit of 2. This time, Shell by a car length when they headed down into 3. He'll run up the hill into the slider line. He's got the spot back, but that battle not over at all. Machulis goes up, tried to make Shell make a choice. Shell chose to squeeze by on the outside, and he's going to hang on to second at least for the time being. So it's Cardwell, Shell, Machulis, Justin Thomas, and Mason Hannigan, our top 5. Ryan Curtis and Mason Hannigan now battling pretty well. Move Alex Bergeron around those guys, as Hannigan had a problem coming out of 2 the last time by. Bergeron from 10th to 4th right now. Don't know if he's going to have time to catch the 3 guys at the front, but they are going to be all in lockstep right here in about another lap. 3 to go that time by. Shell running down Cardwell, and he's got Machulis pushing him to do it. Tyler Shell closing the gap ever so slightly on Hayden Cardwell. Blake Machulis trying to close the gap back up on Shell, put him back into a slide job battle. They're coming out of turn 4. White flag this time. One more to go. Is Shell going to go for the slider in 1 and 2? Yes, he does. Cardwell hit the outside fence on the exit of 2. That drops him back. Now it's Shell and Machulis. 1-2 out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. And a big turn of events right there. Gives Shell the win. Machulis was second. Bergeron came home third, and Cardwell gathered the car back up for fourth, but he will be in one of our minor mains here in just a little bit. So big action on the high side, turn 2 here at Eldora. Heat number 4 out on the grid right now. On the pole, the 50 car, Corey Hines, and 2 is outside. And the 19 Designs number 7 going to be Trevor Berry. Row 2 on the inside, the X Machine, Mike Keegan. And on his outside, in the 69 car, going to be J.D. Brown. Row 3 on the inside, the Wicked Energy Gum number 9, 1-1 of Michael Heileman. And on the outside of him, the JZ iRacing Photography out of Fremont, Ohio. It's the 54 car of Alex Stoudinger. Row 4 on the inside, the 57, Anthony Lopresto. And on his outside, going to be the 26 of David Diller. And in the back row on the inside, Lance Loomis in the 42. Sean Timmerman in the 24 car will be on his outside. That'll make up our 10-car field. Got some fans cheering their drivers on there in that last one. See who is going to pick up the victory in heat race number 4. Remember, only the top 2 are transferring into the feature directly. Everybody else has to work their way out of one of the 4 B mains, where only the top 2 out of each one of those is going to transfer. Hines and Berry will start on the front row. Heat race number 4, bring us to the green out of 4 this time. Pace truck about to head in. On the throttle, and the green flag came out almost immediately. Corey Hines with a great move. Caught everybody sleeping and let Keegan have a shot at second just temporarily as Barry got back around him. Now these two are going to get locked into a slide job battle. Barry, little rub of the fence off of 2. Keeps second. Oh, big slide job across the nose of the X Machine from J.D. Brown. But Keegan able to counter that, goes right back around him, sets his sights on the 7 Machine in front of him, and he's going to try to chase Barry down. Hines just can't get far enough away from these guys. They haven't started battling hard enough yet. Here comes the slide job from Keegan. Through 1 and 2, didn't quite get there. Once again, right off the berm at the exit of 2, you saw the 7-car wiggle. That means he was out of room at the top. Good battle right now for these guys. Nose to tail, about a half a car between them. Hines has got the best of it. He's about 2.5 cars out in front. 3 to go this time out of turn 4. Now Keegan gets the outside line. Slide job was working right there from Barry, but Keegan's going to be able to counter that. He had the car up beside him going into 1. 2 for 1 slide job attempt from J.D. Brown. He wasn't able to make it work. He didn't get any spots out of that deal. Through 3 and 4, white flag's going to fly. Hines, Barry, Keegan, Brown, the top 4 battling for it right now. See if Keegan can make a run out of 2 and throw the slider down in 3 and 4. Everybody's covering the bottom. Keegan still went in there deep. Hines is going to win it. Barry's going to go with him to the feature, and Keegan's going to start somewhere at the front of one of our B mains. Good finish for those guys right there. Yeah, tonight these guys racing for $100 and the big check right here in the feature. Heat race number 5 out on the grid. On the pole, going to be the SteelCycles.com number 5 of Brandon Steele. 2 is outside the 22 car of Trey Schmidt. Row 2 on the inside, Mad Max Stembaugh, the Wicked Energy, a number 58. And on his outside, Fast 4 Media JST, Swindell Speed Labs machine out of Loomis, California, Rusty Kruger, the pilot. Row 3 on the inside, the Brown Miller Racing Solutions, number 1 of John Harper out of Concord, North Carolina. And 2 is outside, the 35 machine, going to be Alex Rupert. Row 4 on the inside, Carter Chevalier, the 15 machine. 2 is outside, Kenneth Dakey Jr., the 47. And on the back row on the inside, Brian Gazarick on the inside, and to the outside, the Fatheads Eyewear 19 Designs, Setzer Fabrication, Tony Stewart Racing, number 15 out of Placerville, California. Going to be Nelson Webster behind the wheel of that one. Two heats left. We've already locked 8 cars into the feature. We will lock 4 more in, and then we'll go hunting in the alphabet soup for 8 more. Yeah, it's a big improvement over DTR. I used to dabble in that just a little bit back in the day, and this is a very big, way more immersive, way more involved. Looks a lot better, too. But, I mean, everything computer-wise has improved, Robert. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Likes, shares, and follows. Don't forget those. If you're not on the Dirt Racing Network page, go by there. Give us a like, a share, and a follow. But heat race number 5 is underway. Brandon Steele up to the top side. Going to come out of turn 2 at the lead. Trey Schmidt tucks in behind him. Mad Max Stembaugh tucks in behind them. There's your top 3. 1 down, 7 to go. John Harper, that Hooters number 1 car, got the spot away from Stembaugh for just a moment. He's not going to be able to keep it until they come out on turn 4, and he had the high side, all the momentum. Rusty Kruger, Max Stembaugh with a little contact, big time slide job, and I don't know what all that was about, but there was a whole lot of contact with fences and cars and everything else. We'll see at the line how everybody shakes out. Looks like Dakey's going to pick up the lead, and John Harper's going to fall into second. Able to avoid a bunch of the nonsense, and out of the back row, the 15 car of Nelson Webster, is going to pick up third. He's going to try to run these guys down. He's got half a race to go. 4 down, 4 to go. Dakey still in front. Harper's working the high side, but here comes Webster. Slide job. Those two almost made contact right there. Webster gave a little bit of room, and that let Harper keep the high side, and he hangs on to second. Kruger now has worked his way into 4th, and he's closing in on this battle. 4 cars for the front right now with 2 laps to go. Dakey, 0.4 of a second over this 3-car battle for second. Webster got a gun run out of turn number 4. Don't know what he's going to be able to do with it. Cuts down low, comes out of 2. He's got a half a car on Harper on the final lap right here. Dakey's going to win it. Who's coming home second? Nelson Webster from the back row. Gonna pick it up, and I think there's a little, I don't know what to call that. There might be a little bit of animosity right there. But Dakey and Webster transfer straight to the feature. And that's going to lead us into our 6th and final heat race of the evening. On the pole, the Swindell Speed Labs double lot machine out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, going to be Kendall Tucker. And on his outside, the Ultimate Dirt TV, Black Number Motorsports number 91, out of Lima, Ohio, it's Ernie Williams. Row 2 on the inside, the Supermoon number 80 of Vinny Sansone. And on his outside, the HMR machine, the 32 car of Bryce Lucish. Row 3 on the inside, going to be Garrett Pepiot. He drives the 47 car. And on his outside, the Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body, number 92, out of Hopstock, Indiana, it's Peyton Grease. In the 4th row on the inside, the Dude Products, Elbows Up Simsport machine, 61 car of Anthony Job out of Brownsville, Indiana. And on his outside, Lisa Blazer in the 43. Row 5 on the inside, the TNT Racing out of Piketon, Ohio. Terry Mustard Jr., the 62 car, and on his outside, the DRC chassis, profiled by Sanford Kinsard Sim Racing Team. Number 211 out of Merlin, Ontario, Canada, Alex Smolders behind the wheel. Eight more laps, top 2 to the feature. Everybody else will start showing up the B mains that will follow this. We'll start eliminating drivers until we get down to 20. Yeah, we can't go down in the pits and fight here, and I wish we could. It'd be kind of fun, you know, like the old hockey games on Nintendo and, you know, PlayStation and all that. But we can't do that, so this is what we do instead, and the green flag is in the air. Final heat race of the night underway. Kendall Tucker wasted no time taking the lead. The battles for the final direct transfer spot. Sansone up the slider line, gives Williams room. Williams takes second at the line. So it's Tucker, Williams, Sansone. Garrett Pepiot has fallen into the 4th spot, but he's got company. The 91 car, Anthony Job. Right through the middle and up in front of Pepiot. Can he keep the spot at the line? Yes, he does. Move him to 4th, Pepiot back to 5th. Tucker is starting to get away from these guys. And now Williams got a pretty comfortable gap. 3, 4, 5 car lengths between he and Vinny Sansone. Working on a lap number 4. It looks like Williams starting to close the gap on Tucker just a little bit. He's got that 91 car running right on the high side. And he's keeping her wound up and closing the gap a little bit. Halfway home in the final heat race. That time he finds a little bit of fence out of turn 2. Loses about a 10th and a half. Just over half a second, but it's still Tucker, Williams, Sansone in 3rd. Job is now up to the 4th spot. Garrett Pepiot in 5th. Alex Smolders has worked his way from the back row into 6th. And he hangs on to that over Blazer. Peyton Grease with a little contact with Blazer right there. Those two trying to work it out, but we're about 1 lap away from finishing up heat races. Tucker, 9/10 of a second over Williams. They pass under the white flag. Final time down the backstretch. Kendall Tucker turns it off into 3 and 4. He's going to pick up the heat race win in number 6 tonight. Ernie Williams going to come home second. Those two straight to your feature. Sansone and company got some work to do. Got to come out of one of the B mains, and we're going to get ready to run the first of 4 B mains here in just a couple seconds. Andrew, these are 410 sprint cars. All right, B main number 1, top 2, transfer the A main. Everybody else done for the night. Dylan Hauser, John Harper going to start on our front row. Hayden Cardwell and Skylar Brown in row 2. Carter Chevalier and Sam Mars in row 3. Row 4 is going to be Ted Liette and Brandon Steele. The 5th row is going to see Mason Hannigan and Nick Cohan. And on the back row, Mad Max Stambaugh and Ray Kohalnik. Kohalnik. We are scheduled for 12 right now. I see 11 have gridded. Pretty stacked for a B main. Going to have 10 as Hannigan and Stambaugh unable to make the call. So 10 cars racing for 2 spots, 12 laps. If you're not in the top 2 when the checkered flag falls, you will be done for the evening. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you for the large audiences. We have been enjoying that. I know you guys can't go to the real racetrack, and this is probably about as close as we can all get right now until they start to lift some of these restrictions. So we definitely appreciate everybody being here. We hope you enjoy yourself. Hope we're putting on a good show for you. Right now, first of our 4 B mains about ready to go green out of turn 4. Hauser and Harper are both on the throttle. Great start from the front row. Only 2 spots matter at the end of this one. It'll be a mad scramble for 12 laps. No cautions. We will only have cautions in the feature, and those laps will not count. All right, now, Hauser. Cardwell. Oh, Harper got out of shape, and that let Brown around. Liette, big contact. Chevalier at the back. Carter Chevalier, Nick Cohan, Ray Kahelnick all had contact back there, and I think Chevalier and Kahelnick might both be done, but we're going to keep our eye closer to the front right here, watching this battle. Hauser in front of Cardwell. Brown, all 3 cars, actually all 5 cars right here, still right in the mix. Ted Liette, Brandon Steele. Liette, the 19 car, Steele in the 5, all 5 of those cars. Pretty good gap over John Harper right now, and there went Steele with a look on the inside of Liette. Wasn't able to do anything in it, and that pushes Liette forward a little bit. Now he's on the inside of Brown. Not able to do anything with that. Everybody just kept moving up the hill, and Brown kept the momentum. Contact right there, Liette and Brown. Steele able to stay out of it. Lets those 2 gather it back up. Battle starting to heat up for the lead. Cardwell now taking a peek inside, outside. Hauser moving the car around to keep him back there. Going to be 4 to go this time out of turn number 4. Now it looks like Cardwell not willing to go put a lot of pressure on. He knows he's in a transfer spot, just needs to finish right there. They got a big gap back to third at Ted Liette. Unwilling to really put a whole lot of pressure. He took a look a couple of laps ago, and with 3 laps to go, it looks like maybe he's just going to sit right there. Make sure he gets his way into the feature. You can't win the money if you can't race for it. 2 to go this time by. White flag in the air, still Hauser and Cardwell. Now Cardwell willing to put the pressure back on Hauser. Hauser changes his line through 1 and 2. Cardwell's going down to the inside. He's going to drive it right by. No, backed it off a little bit. It's going to be Hauser and Cardwell in that order. Going to the feature. Liette, Steele, Mars, everyone behind that, they are done for the night. We'll get ready to move on to our second of 4 B mains. Looks like this, just like the other one, stacked up pretty good here. You're going to have Ducharme and Sansone in row 1. Row 2 is going to be J.D. Brown and Hayden Harvey. Row 3, Garrett Pepiot, Alex Stoudinger. Jarrett Bolliard and Peyton Grease making up a row number 4. And row 5, Lance Loomis with Brad Lamberson on his outside. And the final row, Terry Mustard and Sean Timmerman. So these B mains look like they could almost be half of a feature right now. Yeah, he should be coming out in possibly the next B main. He finished 3rd or 4th in his heat. So he's probably going to start somewhere back, I'm going to say 6th or 7th. He's going to have a lot of work to do to transfer. Guys, don't forget tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, right back here on the Dirt Racing Network. The Dirt Slingers, Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Those guys winding their season down rather quickly. They're going to be in week 11 of 12 next tomorrow night. They'll be at Lima Land Speedway. You'll have a 40-lap feature on tap. Guys racing for over $3,000 in prize money. They've been at it for 10 weeks already. They got 2 to go, so don't forget to tune in that. Mike Peterson will be on the call with you. Right now, a B main number 2, top 2, moving to the A main. Everybody else done for the night. We're going to go green right here out of turn 4. Ducharme and Sansone on the throttle, the green flag in the air. Ketchum coming to the backstretch. Ducharme and Sansone get out 1-2. Brown and Stoudinger now third and fourth. Stoudinger got all kinds of company. Stoudinger found the outside fence right there. That's going to cause a big stack up. Cars wiggling, wobbling, going everywhere. Contact all over the place. There's Pepiot and Stoudinger making even more contact. Looks like bumper cars right now. Stoudinger finally getting the car back underneath him. He's going to be 10th. At the end of that, it's Ducharme first. Sansone second. J.D. Brown third. Peyton Grease settled into the fourth spot with Brad Lamberson behind him. Big contact behind that. Loomis found the outside wall. Working lap 5 of 12. Ducharme and Sansone 0.3 of a second apart, and they've got just over a second over third place, Peyton Grease. So these two out in front just need to keep it like it is. Put 6 more laps behind them, and they're going to the A main tonight. Ducharme still hanging on to the lead. Sansone, then Grease. Lance Loomis has gotten himself back into fourth. Brad Lamberson is fifth. Terry Mustard just tried to slide her on Stoudinger. Didn't work. So make Stoudinger sixth. Mustard was seventh. Harvey is eighth. And then Brown and Pepiot have both taken their cars to the infield. The two out front, just about a quarter second to 0.3, and they are maintaining that gap, but they are getting away from everybody. Out over 1.6 seconds in front of third place Peyton Grease. Those two looking like they're going to transfer into our feature race tonight. Everybody else will be done. They'll see the signal from the flagman. 2 to go this time by. Yeah, Sansone maybe looking to see if he can find a little bit of grip somewhere before he comes back for the feature, but the white flag is in the air. He's got 4 more corners to figure out how he wants to set the car up for the feature. And Ducharme staying on the high line. He'll go down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Slider line. Come out on the top of turn 4. Picks up the checkers. And he takes Vinny Sansone into the feature with him. Grease, Loomis, Lamberson, Harvey and company all done for the evening. And we are chopping the field down quickly. 16 of our 20 cars already locked into the feature. B-main number 3. Gridding out on the front stretch. On the front row, Alex Bergeron. He's starting way further forward than I thought he was going to. But he is on the pole with Troy Wagaman to his outside. Rusty Kruger, Ryan Curtis in row number 2. Row 3, Logan Rumsey and Brian Gazarick. Justin Thomas and Garrett Halsey in row 4. Row 5, Trey Schmidt, Rylan Gray. And in the final row, Carson Green and Alex Rupert. So we're scheduled for 12. It looks like all 12 are going to be out there. Looking at that Baskin-Robbins number 11 car for Gazarick there. Pink is not something you see a lot of on a sprint car. Well, there he is, Raleigh. He is on the pole. I actually thought he'd be starting in about the inside of the second or third row, but he is starting on the pole. The 12 car of Alex Bergeron. Troy Wagaman Jr. to the outside. Guys, don't forget, if you're on Twitch or the YouTube channel, say hi in the chat. I can see that. Any of the channels on Facebook, say hello. Give us a like, a share, a follow, wave, do something. Let us know you're there. Appreciate everybody spending your time on a Wednesday evening with us. Scott, I don't know. I actually think they did practice and then they reset to like 10% before qualifying. Because the track sure did look like it got heavy again. We are about to go green. B-main number 3. Top 2 to the feature. Everybody else done for the night. Bergeron's on the throttle. The green flag is in the air. Off of turn 2, 12 car, Bergeron, then Wagaman, then Kruger. In behind them, Curtis and Rumsey. That's your top 5 at the end of lap number 1. Contact, and I saw a car get off its wheels right there at the end of the front stretch. That's going to mean that looks like Carson Green's tonight is probably finished. But it's still Bergeron, Wagaman, Kruger, and Curtis. And Wagaman wiggled a little in 1 and 2, had to get off the top side. Now falls right back into line, goes right back to the cushion. Still hanging on to second, but Rusty Kruger putting all kinds of pressure all over the push bar on the back of the 19 machine. Everybody giving chase to the 12 car, Alex Bergeron. Top 4 right here. You can almost throw a blanket over them. Bergeron, Wagaman, Kruger, Curtis. Justin Thomas is in 5th. The Mode Media House machine in the 5th spot right now. Logan Rumsey has fallen in behind him into 6th. These guys come down and go through turns 3 and 4. Under the flag stand for a halfway. Bergeron and Wagaman still your top 2. Kruger sitting in 3rd. Curtis is 4th. Woo, big slide job there, and it ended up not working out. It looked like Rumsey took a shot at Thomas. Hello, Howie and Rick. Right down the back stretch at you. Wagaman still sitting in 2nd. Bergeron leads this thing. 4 laps to go that time by. Still a lot of good racetrack out there. Doesn't look like it's very slick and very many spaces right now. Way up by the wall. Right on the exit of turn 2. You saw it right there. They're building up a little bit of a berm. It kind of makes these cars want to jump left when they come out of the corner. 2 to go from the flagman that time for Bergeron and Wagaman. Bergeron 0.3 of a second over Wagaman. Wagaman 0.3 of a second ahead of Kruger. Justin Thomas has worked his way into the 4th position now, but I think he's out of time. White flag in the air. See if Troy Wagaman can hang on in front of Kruger. Kruger one last try through 3 and 4. Big time slide job. Not going to get there. Bergeron and Wagaman going to the feature. Everybody else going to be done for the evening. And we've got 18 of our 20 cars locked in. Hello, Dean. I see you from Milwaukee over there. So we've got one more B main to go. It'll be the X machine of Mike Keegan on the pole with Chad Finley to his outside. Row 2, Anthony Job and Michael Heilman. In the 3rd row, Danny Burkhart, Alex Smolders. Row 4, Anthony Lepresto and Jeffrey Herrick. The 5th row will have Elisa Blazer and David Diller in it. And on the back row, Johnny Smith and Bryce Lucius. So our final LCQ. Top 2 are going on. Everybody else will be done for the night. We'll be down to 20 cars. Yeah, I think we're going to see the high line and the low line able to work quite a bit here in this feature. They got 30 laps to decide it. Going to be 100 to win tonight, 50 for second, and 25 for third. So Keegan and Finley out of turn 4. Going to give us the green, our final B main of the night.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Keegan gets in front of Job. Job got around Finley on the side, timed it perfectly with Keegan, and he jumped right out there. So put Anthony Job in a transfer spot. Right in front of Finley and Michael Heileman. Here comes Alex Smolders, the 211 car, went down to the bottom side. He didn't gain anything there that time. Still Keegan now. Anthony Job making a bid for the lead. Goes in on the bottom slider to the top side. The new leader, 91 car, Anthony Job, in front of Mike Keegan. Chad Finley now giving chase to the X machine, trying to run down Keegan, see if he can steal a transfer spot away. Finley now has got his hands full. 211 car, a Smolders with the slide job in 3 and 4. Smolders by a nose there at the line into third. He'll have the position coming out of turn 2 with a big run off the exit of the corner. Finley still trying to work the slider line, but Smolders is going to prevail. So it's Job in front of Keegan. Keegan now starting to close the gap back a little bit there in 1. Lost a little bit of ground on the exit of 2. Smolders is third and Finley fourth. Michael Heileman in fifth. Anthony Lopresto back to the 6th spot. Four laps to go out of turn 4 this time. Still Job, Keegan 1-2, but now Smolders has found some speed here in the late going of this B main. He's putting the pressure on the X car. Lost a little ground there in 3 and 4. Two to go that time. Job still in front of Keegan, but Smolders is all over the back of Mike Keegan right now. White flag in the air. The final 2 spots in the A main up for grabs. Job's looked like he's going to have one of them. Who's going to have the second one? Down to 3 and 4. Smolders with a mistake, and I think that might seal the deal for Keegan. It's going to be Job and Keegan into our feature. Everybody else done for the night. Alex Smolders put up a heck of a fight. Just a big mistake there out of turn 2, and it's going to knock him out for the evening. So our 20-car field is set. These guys are going to get a little bit of a warm-up session of about 2 minutes here. While they're out there figuring out what's going on with the track, we invite you to watch this. Big shout out to my man Tim Nichols, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Big supporter of the Dirt Racing Network. Dirt racing in general, and especially sim racing. Got about a minute for these guys. We're going to put 20 of them out here. They're going to have 30 laps to figure out who's going to pick up the big check. Top 3 getting into the pay window tonight. Don't forget the rest of the week racing every single night. Thursday, Friday, probably going to be something on Saturday too. Thursday night, Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Friday night, got the iRacing Fast Series and then the Flat Out Sim Racing Series. And I think on Saturday night there is a practice event for the NCRA modified guys out of the Midwest here. And we'll probably stream that. Whether there's commentary to it or not, I'm not sure yet. But we will be doing something with that because that is going to be the show that happens on Monday. Going to have the modified guys for the first time on the Dirt Racing Network. Practice winding down. We'll get ready to grid the guys out for 30 laps. $20 cars about to take the grid. Going to be Tim Ryan and the Hulk. David Heileman on row number 1. Row 2, Tyler Schell and Corey Hines. Ken Dakey Jr., Kendall Tucker in row number 3. Row 4 is going to see the Australian assassin Lewis Hewitt next to John Batista. The 5th row will be Blake Machulis and Trevor Berry. Nelson Webster and Ernie Williams in row 6. Dylan Hauser, Tyler Ducharme, the 7th row. The 8th row of Alex Bergeron and Anthony Job. Hayden Cardwell and Vinny Sansone in the 9th row. And in the 10th row, Troy Wagaman Jr. and Mike Keegan. The final 4 rows coming out of our B mains tonight. Caution laps will not count. The cautions are on for our feature race. Kind of expect to see a bunch of 2-lane racing here. Keep our eye. 15th place. I saw my man Raleigh picking Bergeron there. I saw somebody talking about Mike Keegan. Mike Keegan going to start 20th in this thing. I think I'm going to refrain from trying to pick one because there's so many fast cars in here. But if I was going to direct somebody to one, I'd say check that 98 car. See if he can hang on to the front with these guys. He gets a good start. He's able to pick his line. Tim Ryan's hard to beat. Hello, Robert. And Wendy. Fans from all around the world, we appreciate you guys very, very much. Don't forget, like, shares, and follows. If you're not a follower of the Dirt Racing Network, come over to the Facebook page. Give us a follow. Almost 8,000 followers, and we appreciate that greatly. But right now, it is time to go racing. The green flag about to fall. Tim Ryan. David Heileman on the throttle. We are underway. Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. 30 laps from Eldora Speedway, and Ryan got away good. Tyler Schell able to get to the bottom now, brings the car up the hill, almost contact. That's going to let Heileman get back into the mix right here in the top 2. Ryan around the top, Schell in the middle, Heileman off the bottom. Schell had to check. Ryan got out of shape off the exit of 2. Heileman now with the slide job to the lead. He's got it at the line. Top 3 wide into turn 1. Swapping spots now. Ryan on the top. Heileman splits the difference. Goes between he and Schell. Takes the lead back. Tyler Schell now working the bottom. Tim Ryan comes down. Right across the nose of the 85 car. Great battle at the front. These guys just trading it back and forth. Heileman is hanging on to it. Ryan trying to figure out how he can go from the top to the bottom and get it back. Kendall Tucker's up to 4th. Corey Hines is 5th. Lewis Hewitt 6th. Dylan Hauser in 7th. You can see the gaggle of cars here. Here comes Bergeron breaking inside the top 10. A lot of action right here in the mid-pack. 2 and 3 wide. Ducharme's in the middle of that, the 25 car. John Batista, the 54, right through the middle of the track. Nelson Webster on the top side. That was a slow car. Looked like that was Kendall Tucker's car that was going backwards quickly through the field. Back to the front now. Heileman's gotten away from Ryan and Schell. He's got about 9/10 of a second. Ryan in 2nd. Schell's in 3rd. Hauser is in 4th. It's a pretty good battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th right here. Hauser, Hines, and Hewitt, the Australian assassin, right through the middle of the track. A little wiggle out of Hines, and Hewitt is right there. Couldn't capitalize that time. Blake Machulis right behind these guys watching that action. 1 full second for Heileman out in front. Tim Ryan runs in 2nd. Tyler Schell in the 3rd spot. No cautions yet. 10 down, 20 to go. Heileman, Ryan, Shell, Hauser, Hines. Hewitt and Hines trading fourth spot, fifth spot, back and forth right here. Now Hewitt settles into the fifth spot. Hines is sixth. Machulis is seventh. Nelson Webster running around the top side in the A spot. Bergeron up to ninth. Sansone is 10th. Batista back to 11th, and he works to the inside of Sansone. Here comes Hayden Cardwell on the inside. 9 car of Cardwell went bottom to top. Didn't get anything accomplished there. Anthony Jobs in behind that. No, that's Ernie Williams, the 91 car. Right behind those guys. That's 14th position. Tim Ryan now settled down. He is running right. Well, as soon as I say that, he hits the fence. He was starting to close the gap on Heileman. He had chopped 2/10 off since we were back at the front and checked it out, but he makes a mistake. Tyler Shell now. Looks like he is going to take over second. He's running down on the bottom. Get on board here with Tyler Shell. You can see David Heileman way off in the distance. There goes Ryan with the slider. Shell counters easily. That slider came from way too far back, and Ryan had to back the car down pretty good. Goes in on the top, off on the bottom. 2 seconds. The car in front of him. He is the leader. Caution. And we'll go find out what happened there. Alex Bergeron's car way at the back. Oh, Bergeron was in behind cars, tapped somebody right in the back and lost the nose. Turned the car around. So Bergeron's progress through the field is going to be hampered there. He's going way back to the back. Wait for everybody to kind of cycle through here. Show you what our top 10 is just past the halfway point. 17 down, 13 to go. It's Heileman, Shell, Ryan, Hauser, Hewitt, Machulis, Hines, Webster, Cardwell, and Sansone inside the top 10. 18 of the 20 cars still on the track. Kendall Tucker and Trevor Berry are only retirees so far. The 2-second lead erased for Heileman with that caution in 13 laps, and we'll see. He's been running at the top, and Shell's been running kind of in and out, running the bottom and then running the slider line. And we'll see where that line comes in if Shell has anything for Mr. Heileman. They're going to line them up single file, get ready to go back to green. Out of turn 4 the next time. Mike Keegan has worked his way to 15th for those following the X machine, but the pace truck is headed in. We are back to green flag racing. Shell cut down a little early, tried to time it up, had to back it off just a little bit, and that let Heileman keep the lead at the line. Caution one more time. I'm not even sure what happened, but we'll go back and see if we can see. We were on Bergeron's car, and it's going to happen in front of him. Oh, somebody came out of the pits. The 0-0 car was stopped right on where it reads cars for the track. And so Kendall Tucker's car was the cause of that caution. He was stopped right there as those guys went by, and just enough of his car was past the green cones, which is basically the line to separate the infield from the track. And iRacing recognizes that as the racing surface, and if you're at 0 miles per hour on the racing surface, or I think it's under 5, it is going to trigger a caution every single time. You need to get back to the real track, Mr. Hoskins. Nothing changed at the front. The top 10 are still the top 10. We'll wait for these pace laps to go away. Caution number 2. See if all of our cameras are working here. There's a good shot. Shows Tyler Schell taking a peek up on the top side right there. A look back from Mr. Heileman. Getting ready to go green again here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. You saw the jump that Heileman got. Schell tried to time it up, just couldn't quite get it there. Show the peak from the inside. Looking back. Ten to go when they come off of turn number 4 this time. Back a little further in the field, Lewis Hewitt's car. Show right behind him, Blake Machulis. You saw Machulis clip the fence just a little bit. Heileman still in front, half a second over Tyler Schell, Tim Ryan. And Ryan now right up on Schell. That's for the final 2 podium spots. And Ryan bumped it into the fence a little right there. Lost sight of Tim Ryan's car. He is, looks like maybe gone from the track or gone from the server, but we got caution one more time. Looks like everybody's still rolling. I am not sure where the caution came from on this one. Oh, right there at the top. Looked like Dakey's car. Maybe got out of shape. Ken Dakey's car was way out of shape right there. Maybe he is the reason for the caution. Well, thank you very much, Jonathan. Appreciate it. Guys, don't forget the likes, the shares, and the follows. Go over to the Dirt Racing Network on Facebook. Be sure to hit the follow button. You'll know every time we go live. About 4 nights a week right now. With all this crazy, looks like Troy Wagaman Jr.'s car up on the inside with all this crazy locked-in stuff that we're having to do. It's this is about the best we're going to get for racing for a while, it seems like. Going to wrap this one up. This is our feature, 30 laps with the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Tomorrow night, Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series, the Dirt Slingers. And then Friday night, back-to-back shows, iRacing Fast Series and Flat Out Sims.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air, feature underway. Hauser, big time move to the outside, and then finds the outside wall a little bit and turns 1 and 2, and he's relegated back to third right in front of the Australian assassin, Lewis Hewitt. Blake Machulis in behind. That time Hauser just took it down in the corner right into the back of the 85 car. Go back and watch this. Even get a little different angle on this one. 2 car, clipped the fence, 1 and 2, and then goes down into 3 and 4. Right across, and he hooks the left rear of the 85. That relegates him into hitting the fence head on. It's going to shake things up at the front. We'll go back through the top 10 once we pass through our start-finish line here and get scoring. They've all caught up to the pace truck. Hey, Savage, I see you over there on YouTube. Thank you, sir. All right, Heileman. It is not Tyler Schell. It is Lewis Hewitt, in a second. Machulis is third. Cardwell, Webster, Hines, Williams, Job, Batista, and Ducharme are top 10. Timing and scoring had not quite caught up yet. Yeah, you'll have some sternum bruises tomorrow for sure. 6 laps to go. 4th caution. Going to be going back to green this time out of turn 4. Still Heileman, Hewitt, Machulis in our top 3. $100 to the winner. 50 to second and 25 to third tonight. And the green flag back in the air. 6 laps to go. Watch the top 4 here. I think Mr. Webster's working the bottom, and he may have had something, but Cardwell went down there to cover that up. Now Cardwell trying 2 for 1 on the slider. Didn't get any of the spots. Wasn't quite in position to make that work. He had a gap between Heileman and Hewitt. He could have put the car in there if he'd have been just close enough to make that slider go. 4 laps to go this time out of turn number 4. Heileman still out in front, 0.5 of a second. Hewitt still second. Machulis still third, but Cardwell was putting a lot of pressure, and he's found some grip on the bottom. Now he goes into 3 and 4. Plenty of room for the slide job. Brings it across the nose. Not able to hang on. Machulis right back around. 3 to go that time by. Heileman having his way out front. Hewitt still second. Machulis third. 2 to go this time. Cardwell not giving up. Cuts the car down early. Will he have the run down the backstretch? No, he did not. That might do it right there. It may be Heileman, Hewitt, and Machulis, our top 3 the rest of the way. White flag in the air. Final lap down the backstretch. The Hulk, David Heileman, going to pick up the victory here tonight. Lewis Hewitt, Blake Machulis, going to come home on the podium with him. So Heileman, Hewitt, and Machulis, your top 3. Get these guys to come around, park the cars on the front stretch. We'll get our top 3 in here, get an interview with them. Try to catch them in order every time we can. We just wait for them to come into the chat. I watch for these guys to come in. I'll grab them and drag them right in here with us. Appreciate everybody tuning in again. Guys, hang with us. We are almost done here. We got the top 3 to interview. $100 to David Heileman tonight. $50 going to Lewis Hewitt and $25 to Blake Machulis. Lewis Hewitt makes his way in. I don't know who that is, so that is not going to be. There's Blake. We'll start with Blake. We'll grab him real quick and get him here in the channel. Get his volume set up. Blake, you there?
Sure, I got you.
All right, man. Well, a heck of a battle tonight. You come home in third, man. Talk to us about the race and how the track changed throughout that feature, because it looked like it reset maybe after practice before you guys went to qualifying, and it looks like it just kind of went through a bunch of changes in the feature.
Yeah, I think started 9th or around there, and kind of saw there was a little bottom and just kind of rolled that, and I was able to slide up, and just kind of I don't run these too much, so I'm not very fluent in them, so I was just kind of running around the top and trying to find a good line and getting a rhythm, and was able to come home with a podium finish, which is great, and just kind of went along the top there, and just trying to run that as smooth as I could. This is usually how the track goes. Kind of starts out at the bottom and ends up on the top almost in every car. So.
Yeah, it looked like a few guys having a little bit of problems with the exit at turn 2. There's a bunch of buildup that happens there, and it kicks the car to the left. Very treacherous to go put your right rear up there, especially at the exit at turn 2.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And off 4 there. The cushion gets really rough, so it makes it pretty tough.
Well, you still come home third. You pick up the $25 check tonight. I'm sure you got a list of sponsors you'd like to thank, and then we'll let you go celebrate, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just my team and teammates at Swindell Speed Lab, SimSeat, Zach, and everybody over there. Can't thank those guys enough. Design 75, Jeremy Ray for the clean wrap. You for broadcasting. Thank you very much. My girlfriend and everybody that watched. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. We look forward to seeing you next week and then in the Invitational in a couple weeks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, your third place finisher, Blake Machulis. Let's move on here, see if we can get Lewis Hewitt. Lewis Hewitt, you got a copy?
I got a copy, yeah.
All right, man. Well, the assassin took aim, and he came home second, chasing his teammate tonight, man. Talk to us about this feature race and the second step on the podium.
It was a nice track for us, actually, this feature race. I ran the middle for most of it there. I ran cutback for a little, and then cruised around the top at the end. It was a nice race for me, yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, I was talking to Blake. It looked like the track went through a bunch of changes from the beginning of the feature to the end. What did you see while you were out there that moved around?
Yeah, it definitely did, actually. After that first caution, just the middle just went away. It just glossed over, and yeah, I knew I couldn't run that anymore, so I tried the cutback, and it was okay for me. And then, yeah, moved up to the top. Yeah, it's a good racy track at Eldora tonight.
Whole lot of action out there. You come home second, man. Pick up the $50 check tonight. I'm sure you got some sponsors you'd like to thank. Tell us who gets it done for you, and we'll let you go have some fun.
Yeah, just as always, I want to thank the team, Slick Sim Sports, everyone else, everyone on the team that helps. It's good to see David pick up the win tonight for us. Along with our supporters being Down Under Graphics, JDR Designs, and yeah. Big thank you to Brody for running the league as always, and you for the broadcast.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again on second. Thanks for chatting with us. We look forward to seeing you next week, and then again when we do the Invitational in a few weeks.
Thank you.
Second place, Lewis, the Australian assassin. You went right there. We'll grab the winner. We'll bring him in here. Let's get his car there on the screen. David Heilman, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, man, you outran your teammate there tonight, and you got out in the front. You were going by a little over 2 seconds, and the caution came out, man. Talk to us about the feature, how the track changed, and any concerns with all those late race restarts.
Yeah, there was concern, but track didn't seem like it changed that much. It kind of, it was racy, and it just kind of, maybe the bottom of 4 got a little more. Well, I was hitting that middle line at the start, but car felt great everywhere. I remember last time here, I think it was me and Tim in the front row, and we had our shenanigans, and he was like, I think I would have won if I got in front of that race. Well, he had that for about a lap tonight.
Yeah, it looked like there was a whole lot of sliders going on. You stayed at the front the whole time, so everything was kind of happening behind you. But after the 2 seconds gets erased, and you've got a Tyler Shell and you've got your teammate behind you trying on the restarts, how hard is it to protect, especially that first lap going into turn 1, make sure somebody doesn't throw that slider and take that spot from you?
Yeah, it's just kind of just making sure you get a good run and not spin your tires on the restart. I was nervous the first yellow because, as leader, I'm leading at least. I'm just always worried about the track changing. But like I said, it didn't seem like it changed too much, so I didn't really have to worry about another line passing me. I knew it'd have to be, probably a slide job from them. But we were able to just nail our restarts and get her done.
All right, man. Well, top step of the podium, the big check, the $100, man. Tell everybody who helps you get it done out there, and we'll let you celebrate a big win.
Yeah, all the guys at Slick Sim Sport, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion. Thanks, Dirt Race Network, for putting it on. Thanks, Brody, for putting this on every week. It's good money. A year ago, I would have killed for a league like this, and it came along, and I just haven't won it at all. And so it was nice to kind of get the DSC monkey off our back tonight. So thanks, Sam, for putting on.
Yeah, you're going to have a locked-in spot in the Invitational here in about 3 weeks. What are you going to do then? You really don't have much. You got to wait for championship night on that deal. How are you going to prepare for that?
Well, I think it's at Knoxville. We just went there in the pro race. We felt pretty good. So we're looking forward to it. Good racy track. So certainly gonna be fun, and have all those other guys who, lock themselves in winning these races. So it's gonna be must-watch TV. I'll tell you that.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you next week, and then in the Invitational again.
Yeah, thank you.
Your winner tonight, the Hulk, David Heilman. Lewis Hewitt picking up second, and Blake Machulis came home in third. Let's get a quick look at our results. In behind them, Hayden Cardwell was 4th, Tyler Ducharme 5th, Nelson Webster was 6th, 7th to Anthony Job, John Batista came home 8th, Alex Bergeron recovers and comes home 9th after a mid-race spin where he had worked his way all the way to that spot. Ernie Williams 10th, Mike Keegan 11th, Vinny Sansone 12th, Corey Hines was 13th, Kendall Tucker 14th, Tyler Shell 15th, Dylan Hauser was 17th, Ken Dakey Jr. Dylan Hauser was 16th, Ken Dakey Jr. was 17th, Tim Ryan in the 18th spot, Troy Wagaman 19th, and Trevor Berry rounded out the field. That is going to do it for us here tonight, Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget to tune in Mike Peterson tomorrow night on the call, Dirt Slingers, Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series. And then I'll be back with you both shows on Friday night, the iRacing Fast Series and the, I know there's another one. I forgot what the name of it is. Hate when I do that. Flat Out Sim Series. The second one. And then Saturday night, we are probably going to stream the NCRA Mods practice race, and then they'll be with us on Monday night. So a whole lot of racing over the next 5-6 days here on the Dirt Racing Network. You guys stay tuned in. Go over, like, share, and follow us. You'll know when we go live. And until we see you again on the Dirt Racing Network,